What's going on, Savages? Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Last night I covered, actually, hang on. Hope everyone's doing awesome. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Last night I covered BitCash pretty in depth. I went, I don't know, man, we went for like over an hour. Pretty much everything was about BitCash, which is kind of cool. Fairly in depth for over an hour. We went through a lot of stuff. Wanted to get back to the wallet because the wallet, like a lot of projects that I'm interested in, like Conceal, CCX, they basically use the wallet, or the wallet is used for the primary interface to all the features that are available in that project. So I wanted to highlight the functionality, so let's get into it. So if you want a project overview of BitCash itself, be sure to check out that video, BitCash project update, on my channel here. Again, it is like an hour long, a little bit more than an hour, actually, yeah, an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, it goes pretty in depth. You know, it's just a lot of information on there. I even ended up doing mining at the end, so I think there's actually timestamps. I think I've put some timestamps on here. Let's check this out here real quick. Yeah, there's some timestamps on here, so just to kind of get you, able to bounce around a little bit. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there. So check that out. So we are going to just get right into the wallet for BitCash. I just want to jump right into it and start covering it. So let's do that. Let me minimize this. And actually, you know what? I kind of messed up because I wanted to get the other wallet up here, not my main wallet. I think this is it must be the main one. Let me exit out of here. Let me show you real quick. I have two wallet.dat files, right? And it's just like a lot of other wallets where you download, it's a Qt wallet. So once you download it and install it, to whatever the location is, and in this case you can see the location up here, it's going to, the first time you launch it, it'll create a wallet.dat file, and then that's where your private keys are stored, right? And if you secure the wallet through a password and encryption and all that, then you should be good to go. But you can have multiple wallets, and I can show you that real quick right now because basically whenever I open up BitCash Qt right now, the shortcut, actually this is not a shortcut, this is the actual executable, but this is where I actually downloaded it. Well, this is where I installed the wallet to. So let me show you that real quick too. Let's just start at the very beginning with the wallet. So if you go over to BitCash, or choose BitCash, choose BitCash.com, and scroll up here to the beginning. So this is what you'll end up with right off the bat. So if you go to their website, and if you click on download wallet, you're going to have a Mac wallet link, a Windows wallet link, a Linux wallet link. Wow, I can't even talk today. Linux wallet link, and then a web wallet, and then also a Bootstrap. The web wallet looks like this right here. Actually, no, that's the. Go back to this. Open that in a new link or a new window. Okay, so the web wallet looks like this. You would create a web wallet, or you can create a web wallet. You can restore from private key. You can log in with your private key. They talk about the web wallet here. You can actually synchronize the web wallet with the desktop wallet so that you're looking at the same crypto or the same balance. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, and they don't recommend doing that either, because it's kind of a security thing where you have multiple accesses to the same crypto fund. So it's kind of discouraged, although I think it's, it's one of those things where it's security and convenience are inversely proportional. So I think it's super convenient to have it that way. And there are other solutions like Conceal. What Conceal does is they have the web wallet, or the Conceal.cloud wallet, and that's what your mobile wallet can actually access, or actually that is what it accesses. So it's one basic source and one interface. In this case, if you imported the private keys into both the web wallet and the desktop wallet, you're kind of increasing the attack surface, I guess you could say. So just be careful with that. It is doable, super convenient, but not recommended, right? You kind of want to keep things separated between the different interfaces. So just keep that in mind. But let's see, if we do a create new wallet here, just a web wallet, right away it shows you the private key. I'm not going to use this, so don't bother like trying to, steal crypto from me or anything, because this private key is just for this wallet. You can print a backup copy, or you can log in with your private key down here. So the new address, the web address, if you were to use that, I don't know if I would mine to this. If you were mining, I would probably mine to only the desktop wallet, but this is pretty functional, pretty useful if you wanted to use a web wallet. And I think that that's all there is to it. I don't think that there's much you can do with it other than I'd like to know how you actually access it. I didn't research this beforehand, so I think that, let's see here. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So if you log in with your private key, this is what it looks like. So you could send BitCash to this wallet, and it's a web wallet. So there you go. That's all I know about it. I didn't test all this. I just kind of went into it live here. So I'm not really into using the web wallet, especially for mining to it. So I wasn't that familiar with it. But it looks like you can send, receive. You got history. You can create a nickname for the web wallet, I guess. So that's kind of neat. I'm not going to do it, but you could create a nickname there. Looks like you can have multiple accounts. Now that's kind of odd, because I don't think you can do this inside of the actual desktop wallet. I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going to log out, and obviously, if you do create a new web wallet, make sure you document all your private keys and your receiving keys and all that stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's look at let's see if we go to download wallet again. You've got this feature over here called a bootstrap. I'm not interacting with the chat. I think I checked to make sure that everybody was good in there. So yeah, there's a few people. What's up, Red Panda Mining? Shuby, what's up? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm just going to blast through the info. I'm not going to really interact with the chat too much. I'll check on it from time to time, though. So the bootstrap is actually the entire blockchain. So if you were launching a new wallet and you wanted to speed up the sync time, you could just go out and grab the bootstrap. And some people will say, well, but that's not really helping anything because it's the same information. Well, whenever you try to synchronize a wallet with other nodes that are on the internet, you're kind of at the mercy of their speed versus your speed, and you're only getting a little bit of the information at a time from each node that you're connecting to. So it's better, sometimes better, to just go ahead and grab the bootstrap depending on the size of the actual blockchain, right? So you could download the entire bootstrap. So I'm just going to click on that. And it says here, download the bootstrap for exe for Windows. So they make it super easy because it's an exe. I would assume, I haven't done it, but I would assume that it actually goes out and finds where your wallet is actually running from, the blockchain data directory, and throws all the files in the right location over there. So I think that's pretty cool. So I think if you were to, let's do a download here, see what the size is. It's only 620 meg. That's actually not that bad. You can see that down there probably, 620 meg. So I'll let that rock. Let's see here. I just let that go. It's probably gonna, yeah, it's already, I don't have super fast internet, but it's not too bad. So I'll let that go and we'll just press on here. What it probably queries is your registry entries for where your data directory is. And if you go into the registry, if you just type in regedit, right, in Windows anyway, so you would just search for regedit, and you can't really see what I'm doing, but if you run regedit, run from the run command, you'll get what you're looking at over here, which is the registry. And then if you navigate to computer, HKey current user, software, BitCash, and BitCash QT, you can probably see that. I think you can see that there. Maybe not. Let me minimize this a little bit here, so you can see the actual path here. So if you look up here, that's the path that you'll navigate to. So it's current user, software, BitCash, and then BitCash QT. And then you can see right here the str data dir. That's basically your blockchain data directory, right? So this is what it, whenever you install the wallet initially, the desktop wallet, this is all created for you. And whenever you choose where you want to install the wallet, that's where this information comes from. So you could actually change that if you wanted, like if you wanted to change the location of your blockchain data, you could actually change this location in the registry, and then it'll, actually, I think, if it's not there, I wonder what would happen if it's not already there. I'll probably just download it for you. It'll take forever, unless you use the bootstrap file. But you can modify it here. This is just kind of like extra information, and you don't really want to mess around in the registry unless you kind of know what you're doing. But just know that this is where it gets the information from, most likely to do the bootstrap. And I actually have a bootstrap downloader in the BitCash wallet file directory as well. So wherever you install it to, there'll be a bootstrap downloader in there as well. Let me move this over here for a second. See if I can clean this up a little bit. Let's see here. Just a second, everybody. All right, so I think I can show. If we go to downloads, Bootstrap, BitCash, 630 meg. Let's run that and see what it actually does, because I want to see if it reads from the registry, like where you installed the wallet to originally, and just see if it picks that up and throws it in the right location, or if it asks. So I'm going to lose you for a second here. I should be back now. Nothing's really happening. It's just kind of sitting here. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, it does ask like where you want to put it, but it does pull that from the registry, right? So see right here, this matches what it sees whenever you do the bootstrap. But you could choose the default, which is inside of your app data folder, inside of your profile, your user's username, app data folder. I'm getting kind of in the weeds, but I just kind of want to throw this out there that, some people watching this can probably figure this stuff out, and they might be going, oh wow, that's kind of cool, that you can do that. So that's why I'm kind of mentioning it. But it definitely pulled this from the registry. So just remember that about the bootstrap. And I actually clicked the OK there, and it's doing, I don't really want it to, but it's doing the extraction of the bootstrap files. So let me see if I should have canceled out of that instead of, I'm trying to exit out. Okay, there we go. I think I'm back now. So yeah, I canceled out of that. Hopefully the wallet will still run. I don't know if I just mess everything up. We'll see. So let's see here. where am I at? All right, so I showed you the web wallet. I showed you the registry entry, where that was at. I showed you the wallet.dat file a little bit. Let's go back over there real quick. And like I was saying, I've got a wallet.dat file right here. And then you see down here, I've got a wallet underscore YouTube or YT. And what I'm going to do, this is my actual, my SavageMine wallet, right? So I don't really want to use that. I want to use the YouTube one. So what I'll do is I'll just rename this wallet.dat file. And this is how you tell it to use a different one, right? So if you have multiple wallets, let's say you have one that you mine to, one that you use for donations, or one that you use for just storing, the large amounts of BitCash, for example, then you could have multiple wallets in here. And there's other ways of doing it with configuration files. I don't know if you can use a configuration file with BitCash QT. I would only assume that you can, because pretty much all the QT wallets you can. A config dot, well, it would be probably bitcashqt.conf, I think. But that's something that's pretty in the weeds, but just know that you probably could configure it with one of those files. So I'm just going to rename the wallet underscore YouTube YT to wallet.dat. And then whenever I open up BitCash QT, the actual wallet, then it'll read that wallet.dat file by default. So you saw I had like 60, I think, something like that, 60 in the main wallet BITC for my SavageMine wallet. Now whenever I open this, it's not going to ask for a password because I haven't encrypted it yet, and it's just going to have 10 in there, I believe, something like that I sent earlier. So let's check it out. Takes a second to fire up here. While that's going, I will check the chat, see what's going on. Oh, are y'all playing a drinking game? Take a shot every time I say wallet? Nice. Yeah, Shuby's been wanting to do a donation for a while now. I was gonna do some stuff with. Wow, this is kind of weird. Okay, so that should clear up. I was wondering why it wasn't showing a balance. I was gonna do some like a giveaway or whatever at 1,000 subs, and I was trying to get 1,000 subs by a certain time frame for various reasons, personal reasons, and it didn't happen. You guys are subs, but I couldn't get it done, so I didn't meet that deadline. And Shuby was wanting to give away some ETC and stuff like that, and we might still do something like that. We'll see. But yeah, right now we're just not doing it. Not trying to be salty or anything, but it just didn't happen the way I thought it would. Because I was getting like, I don't know. I want to say it was a few subs a day. So I was thinking that if I could just ramp it up a little bit, that I could meet that deadline, and it just didn't happen. So this is kind of weird. I had this. Oh, you know what? See, this highlights a perfect example. Remember, I downloaded that Bootstrap, and I actually accidentally clicked. I should have clicked cancel out of it, but I clicked OK, so it started throwing it in there. So now it's messed up, right? The blockchain data folders are messed up, so that's why it's sitting here trying to resynchronize and stuff like that. It is working, but it's probably going to take a little bit of time here. So it says it's 11 days behind. I don't know if you guys can see that down there. So I just have to kind of wait. But I mean, I can kind of press on through the wallet functionality while it's synchronizing. I don't think it'll take too much longer. We could do the whole Bootstrap thing, but I don't know what the date is, because the way the Bootstrap works is it's like a package file on a certain day that contains all of the blockchain data files, right? Everything's in there. But if you don't do that every day, then it can quickly get out of date. There's websites for it. I can't remember the name of them now, but there's websites that have the bootstrap files for various blockchains, Raven, Egem, whatever. They have lots of them on there. But if the person managing the website isn't keeping it up to date, then it quickly gets out of date. Although it does help, because even if you have an old crypto that's a couple of years old, I say old, a couple of years old, like say Raven, that's a year and a half, then having a file, a bootstrap file that is 12 months, a year old, that contains all the blockchain data for a whole year, that's actually pretty good. It saves you a lot of time. So just keep that in mind. I probably could find that real quick. Really quick DuckDuckGo search. Let's see, blockchain bootstrap. I just can't remember the name of the actual website for it. I probably have it in my, here we go, Crypto Chainer, that's it. I've actually gone to it before, you can see it. So Crypto Chainer is, they have some blockchains for a lot of the cryptos. I think you can do a search up here. So if you wanted like Raven, you could type in Raven coin here maybe. Find that, no, that looks like a post. Okay, so up here it just goes, through, alphabetically. So we'll go to N through Z. We'll see if Raven's in here. Actually, let's see if since we're doing BitCash, let's see if they have BitCash in here. They don't. Doesn't look like. Oh wait, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have it in here. But this is kind of handy if you're wanting to download the blockchain for a specific project. So just keep that in mind. It's called CryptoChainer.com. All right, let's see what the status of our syncing is over here. Only 6 days behind, so it's working. Hopefully that gets cleared up, because I'd hate to have to delay that any longer here. All right, so where are we? Good grief, I'm like totally off track here. So we're just waiting on this to be fully synced, I guess. I mean, we could kind of mess around with some other stuff. Last night on the live stream, I had a situation where I launched the wallet, but it never synced, right? So let me show you that real quick as well, because I had to re-add it to the firewall setting to allow it to be unblocked and allow it through the firewall. So in order to do that, you would just click on, in Windows, you would click on the Windows key, or the Windows button, bottom left-hand corner usually. Type in firewall. And let me bring this over there so you can see that. And then you would do allow an app or a feature through Windows Defender Firewall. You click that. And then you would, I have to click change settings to enable it as an admin. Might lose you for a second here. Maybe not, nope. Okay, so then you scroll down and, well, if it's not in here, then you would have to click allow another app, like this, and then you would go and browse to the location of the, like the Qt executable, right? So in this case, it would be like, there's multiple ways of doing this, but this is just one way. So you go to BitCash and then go to BitCash Qt, this right here. This is an executable for the wallet. So then you would click open, and then it would add in an entry like this right here, BitCash Core. Now I did one for the BitCash daemon as well, but I didn't need to do this. I just did it because I ran it manually. But basically, if you just have BitCash Core GUI node for BitCash, then you should be good. And it should only be on the private, right? and then you click OK, and then you should be good as far as syncing through the firewall. So it looks like we are almost done syncing here, so that's cool. I think this should, hopefully this balance, I mean, I just did this today, so you can see it's 34 hours behind. So once it gets to about probably 2 hours behind, you should see a balance show up in here, because what it's doing is it knows my address, and I did send BitCash to this address, but it hasn't synced yet, so it doesn't know, right? A lot of people get like freaked out. They're like, oh my gosh, my wallet's broke, or something's wrong, you know, my balance isn't showing in there, whenever they haven't synced their wallet in like a year, right? So don't be that guy. Just be patient, right? So it knows my address. I see the actual transactions down here, so I know that probably right about now it should show up in the balance, or maybe not. So it says fully synced, but there it is. Okay, so there it finally showed up. All right, so it looks like we have about 5 in here, right? Total BitCash in the wallet. This wallet is pretty intense. It is a QT wallet, but man, they have done some heavy modifications on a basic QT wallet. So this is kind of neat. I was going to go through some of the like signing and things like that, but I couldn't figure out like how to get. I thought I had it figured out to where I was going to be able to demo it, but I just couldn't. It didn't work. It was telling me that it was invalid signatures. So it might be something that maybe isn't even functioning. I don't even know for sure. Maybe we'll tackle that at a different time or another time. But let's just go through all of the settings or all the options in the BitCash Core wallet. So one of the first things you can do is you can click on File and Export Transactions. So if you have transactions listed down here, you can actually export them to a file. We'll just throw it out on the desktop here. And I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. I exported a couple times just to see how it worked, but I didn't actually open it. So I just exported the transactions. It should be 2 of them down there. So if we go to our desktop here, open up the file that we exported, see how this looks. All right, so looks like we've got a couple of transactions here, which is normal because we saw that we have 2 transactions down here, right? So that's kind of neat. Being able to export your transactions, pretty common in a wallet. Not a real big super feature or anything. You know, that's pretty common. So just keep that in mind. And then you got the backup wallet, which is the same as backup wallet over here. You know, it's basically the same thing, or it is the same thing. So if you wanted to back up your wallet.dat file, you would click File Backup. And this is one thing that I kind of wish that they didn't have, especially for doing a demo, right? So see how you just go to File and then Backup Wallet, right? Now, luckily this is just my throwaway YouTube demo wallet, but it immediately shows you at least a portion of your private key. I wish that maybe they had this you know, covered up to where you had to click on the little eyeball in order for it to show. I think that would be just a slight added security feature, because if I was doing this live and I didn't realize that, and I had my wallet, my actual wallet, that has more than just, you know, a little bit of BitCash in it, then you would have a large portion of my private key right there. And I think that's something that maybe they could do, is just put something in here to where you have to click it to actually reveal your actual private key, because you know, it doesn't really warn you that it's going to happen, right? So you click on File, Backup Wallet, and you're thinking you're just backing up the wallet. Why is it showing you your key, right? So just one of those little things that I would like to see. You know, the public address is fine, of course, because that's what you have to use to send to. But the private key, I would recommend them. What would be the word there? Obfuscate. Whatever. I can't talk whenever I'm doing live streams. So yeah, just cover that up, right? So, and then click the, you know, maybe have like the little eyeball so that you can click it to actually reveal it. But if you want to back up your wallet, you would just click on download your file, and then you would put the wallet.dat file somewhere safe, right? Now, typically you wouldn't install it or save it to somewhere that you is on the same hard drive as your normal wallet and your normal files, for this actual wallet. I would recommend, thumb drive or whatever as your backup, right? Or an external hard drive. And then if you wanted to restore your wallet, you could do that as well. So let's say that you have a new computer and you install the BitCash wallet, the executable, the actual wallet program, and then you want to bring in your wallet.dat file. This is how you could do that. You could also restore from private key. If you have the private key. All right, so that is real quick backing up. Let's see here. So like I was saying earlier, the sign message, verify message, I couldn't figure it out as far as getting it to work. I know how to do it, but I don't know if maybe I'm following the right procedure to actually see it work like successfully, because it was telling me that it was invalid signature, so I didn't really mess with it too much. It looks like there's an address book, sending addresses, receiving addresses. This